There are those who said this day would never come. What are they to say now? You know, I don't know if the butterflies in my stomach are from me being extremely hyped to see what I'm about to watch right now, being a Halo fan and being so hyped for a Halo show for so long, or if I'm extremely nervous because I don't know how good this is going to end up being, but I digress. So if you're new to this channel and you're just now finding me and want to know my opinions on this show before I jump on in, I'm a huge Halo fan and I'm both extremely hyped for this show and extremely nervous. I'm going to go in with an open mind. There are a few artistic styles that I don't really agree with, that being the change in Cortana's look, the lack of Steve Downes' voice for Master Chief, the fact that there's AK-47s and Toyotas in the show, but I have said in previous videos why I think this could fit into a lore perspective, and if you want a brief recap, I basically just said that, you know, in 343 Guilty Spark in Halo Combat Evolved, you see Sergeant Johnson listening to like classic rock from like the 80s.
Why do we always have to listen to this old stuff, Sarge?
Watch your mouth, son. This stuff is your history. It should remind you grunts what we're fighting to protect.
So you don't think that maybe an outer colony, which doesn't have a lot of resources, may have snagged some older weaponry, because this is a militaristic sci-fi future show, and you don't think maybe that old weapons such as like an AK-47 or an M16 or just some of the more popular weapons that more people know of might be held in high regards like antiques and sold for higher money or higher you know, income or credits, whatever, to people who don't have weapons, because that's all they have. They don't have access to the MA4Bs or the you know, the sidekicks or the spankers or stuff like that. But anyways, I point's been made. I'm just gonna go in with this as open-minded as possible, and I hope that it's just a good show with some kick-ass fights, some badass Master Chief moments, and some epic Covenant, you know, speeches and, and prophets and elites, and oh, I'm so excited. But without further delay, your very first reaction to Halo starts now. Hey everyone, Think Helios from the future here. So I just wanted to clarify that the way I'm editing my reactions going forward is going to be a little bit different. I wanted it to be more dynamic and organic rather than just showing me reacting to the year 2552 and going, so I'd rather just include the big parts of the episode that were most important to me, and that the parts you're probably looking for, because I doubt most of you are going to watch the entire reaction anyways, and you're just here to look at me reacting to Chief taking his helmet off, or maybe the Covenant's first initial attack on the UEG base. So I'd rather just talk about what I thought about the episode and the big plot points that I think was most important, and then just include those reaction bits as I'm talking about it. That way it's more organic the way I'm reviewing things, it's more engaging, and yeah, I just wanted to clarify that before we get into the video. And if you do want to see my full reaction, I will still be doing those. Link to that will be in my Patreon below, so if you want to support me and want to see the full reaction, I will still be uploading those. Keep in mind though that because of limited space in my Google Drive, I do have to delete reactions over time, so I can only keep like a reaction there for like a few months or something. But anyways, thank you. Back to the video. We have a lot to talk about. There are a lot of things that happened. There's a lot of Halo things that happened here. All right, so let's break it down. So the episode opens up on a UEG outer colony, that being magical. It's an insurgent colony, and for those of you who aren't aware of what the insurgents are, the insurgency is in Halo lore, at least the video game lore, I think the best analogical comparison I can make would be the Star Wars prequel trilogy and that whole era with the Republic versus the Separatists. The Separatists would more so be the insurgency, and the Republic being the UNSC, because the UNSC, although they have their shady stuff going on, like we see with Article 72, I believe is what it was, you know, they are also good guys in some aspects. They are trying to help out and to keep humanity alive and safe, whereas the insurgency doesn't really agree with the UNSC, but in some ways they're still kind of terrorists in some aspects, but you don't really get to see that here yet. I wonder if we'll explore insurgency, because what I like they're setting up between the characters, between Chief and the new main character, the girl, is that both sides aren't seeing the full picture. There's a lot of bias. They're only seeing one side. So I bring that up because I think how they set up the insurgency, this whole opening sequence, was very well made. It really did feel like an outer colony that was disconnected from the rest of the, UNSC. They want solidarity. They don't buy into UNSC propaganda, and they are terrified of Spartans. They understand that, Spartans, they're ghosts, they're legends, they're in some ways, as the Covenant calls them, demons. They're very scary if you're on the opposite end of a Spartan.
Marines can be killed.
Spartans never die. They're just missing in action.
Spartans aren't human.
Demon. And I really like that it really set that up, because that's what Spartans are in Halo. And one of my favorite moments from the episode is when Chief comes falling down from the sky. And mind you, these insurgencies don't like the UNSC, and still when Chief shows up on the battlefield, the Marines are like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fight, Chief's here, shit's about to go down. And that's all about Halo. It's rescuing these Marines and giving them hope and having them believe that Master Chief is gonna save them. And Master Chief brings that kind of energy to the show here.
I never thought I'd see the day.
They're on our side now.
So they are. So let's fight!
See, that's what Halo does. It inspires the Marines every single time they see that green armor. And I really like that they did that, because I know that this show's non-canon. We're in a separate timeline. Not everything's going to match up with the games, and I've made peace with that. I do like that they're keeping the core aspect of Master Chief, Master Chief.
We're in a war, Miranda. The future of humanity.
What's the point in saving humanity if we're gonna give up our own?
Sometimes you have to make hard choices to get good results.
So I want to talk about the characters now. Master Chief is Master Chief. It's kind of hard to mess him up. He's a man of few words. He's an action hero. And I thought what Pablo did here, what the show did here in general, was well crafted. I thought that, Chief is Chief. He looks like Chief. Underneath his armor, I can't really say if he looks like Chief, because we don't know what Chief looks like if you've ever played the game. So I have a few opinions on that, but I will just talk about how they presented the character for now. He's Master Chief. I dig it, and that's all I gotta say. I think that if you can understand this is a separate timeline and Chief is not going to be Steve Downes, Chief is going to be a little bit different, you'll like it. Oh shit! Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh, that Emmy. Yeah, the Master Chief nod. And I'm really liking it so far. I think it's, it's really fun. It's visually, it's very appealing, and the suit looks great. And that's, Chief, it's the suit that we really want to see, and it looks fantastic. It's Mark 6 titanium alloy, as he says in the episode, and yeah, they got Chief right. Oh shit, here we go. Face reveal. Oh my god, it's Master fucking Chief, dude.
I agree completely, which is precisely why the Cortana system could be
There is no Cortana system, Catherine. No cloning, no Cortana. Is that clear? Now get your Spartan under control.
So Catherine Halsey's a little bit different. Here she was coming off as like, yes, I'm sorry, I won't do that again. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Chief's doing Chief stuff. I don't know. But in the games and in the book, she's very quick-witted. She's very smart. She's, a resting bitch face to a lot of people. If you're Halsey's equal or below her, she will not be afraid to tell you to shut the fuck up. Even if you're above her, she might be a little pushy with you, as you can see here.
I gave the order not to pursue. Our primary objective was to get the station's relay back online. Your primary objective, Commander, are you a puppet or a Spartan?
She's very, I'm gonna do it my way. I don't care what you think. I'm gonna do it because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who can do this. I'm the only one who can do this right. I don't trust any of you to do my job. I'm the one really running the show. You guys couldn't function properly without me. That's Halsey as a character, and I didn't see really much of that here. I do like the fact that she's still going behind their back to work, to work on the Cortana project. Even though what they're doing here is very different than what they did in my Halo lore, which I won't touch on. That's separate, and I'm just going to keep that separate. I'm just comparing the characters for now. But yeah, Halsey, I think that I need to see more of her before I come up with a complete opinion on how I like her. But I'm not quite sold on her yet. She's not the quick-witted Dr. Halsey I would have wanted.
No doubt they came to the station for the abundance of Oni excavation data stored there. And you let them get away.
So Miranda and Jacob Keyes, I mean, Jacob Keyes is a very, go down with the ship kind of captain, cares about his men. He's willing to make some hard decisions for the greater good, and I can kind of see a little bit of that in the show. I don't know if, we've only seen a few scenes of him, so it's kind of hard to say. I don't know if it's fair to make a full opinion on any of these characters. I'm just going off what I've seen so far. And Jacob Keyes, it seems like Jacob Keyes to me, so I can't complain too much. Miranda's a little bit different. We have a much different Miranda here. She's very young. She's trying to follow in her dad's footsteps, trying to do the right thing, trying to study aliens.
Halsey's always been single-minded. Work is the only thing that matters. I made my peace with that a long time ago. It's nothing personal.
Nothing personal isn't a great excuse when it's your mom.
What?
You are a lot like her.
Yeah, just the keys are the keys, I guess. I don't really have any complaints in that regard. These are very different. At least with Miranda, it's very different keys, so I'm willing just to see where that goes. The other Spartans of Silver Team are Spartans. They're Spartans. Can't complain. They're Spartans.
If they go after Chief, they're not friendlies. Correct?
My man.
Correct.
I already said how I felt about the insurgency and how they presented themselves. I thought that was great. Although, in the lore, they're more so terrorists. They have a more terrorist approach, kind of like the Flag Smashers in Captain America. You could kind of compare that to them a little bit.
Power your ships and power your drugs.
Oh.
This is why you Spartan propaganda broadcasts. You think the outer colonies don't see through that? And when they hear my version, forget about unity order.
Yeah, but did you not just... The UNSC felt very UNSC, although this feels more like Oni than the UNSC. Now, those of you who don't play Halo, you don't know what Oni is, but Oni is like a dark, faction cult part of UNSC. Cult, very loosely, they're a actual organization. They're not just like a religious following, but I don't want to say too much because it might spoil some stuff if they touch on Oni here. But Oni is a much darker, much not afraid to get their hands dirty, but they're also very quick to clean their messes up, cover ups, tapes everywhere. I'm trying to be very spoiler free without touching on what Oni is secretly. So yeah, I think this feels more Oni than the UNSC. The Marines look cool. I just want to see more.
Quan Ha was badly wounded in the alien attack on Madrigal. Despite our best effort, she succumbed to our injuries.
I spoke to her and she was fine. What injuries?
So the new character, I don't have many complaints other than she has a really weird haircut. But yeah, it's cool to see these people bonding with the Master Chief, and most things that we see in Halo media is very Master Chief is the savior. But here we're getting a little bit different. We're getting hey, you kind of killed my mom. Why'd you do that? That wasn't very cool of you, Master Chief. That was my mom.
When was this?
When you killed my mother?
Oh. So that was a very awkward conversation. I'm glad that we're exploring different aspects of how people look at the Master Chief.
don't know, but they have a ship.
Holy mother of God, it's all true.
What's true?
I thought it was UNSC propaganda.
So the Covenant looks fantastic. Holy crap. So Mercy looked like Mercy. I mean, right off the bat, I could tell it was Mercy from the big white eyebrows. Oh, look at the little prophet. Sunshine. Which one is this, though? Looks like Mercy? Ah, yeah. So, yeah, I don't have related complaints. High Charity looks fantastic. The overall Covenant aesthetic, the sounds, everything just felt like, you know, the Covenant. Oh, High Charity. Holy crap, it's beautiful. So to answer the big question that I was most nervous about answering, yes, this does feel and look Halo to me. From the beep 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 boop. Oh my god, that sound. Boop. That was incredible. The wort. Oh shit! We got the wort. That was great. The energy swords. The little space dinosaurs. Oh, the plasma rifle.
I don't know what they are.
Oh, the energy sword. I don't know. It just sounded like there's so many times I'm like, man, this takes me back. From seeing the words Planet Reached, Outer Colony, UEG, Insurgency, hearing the words Master Chief Petty Officer John 117 or Sierra 117, Dr. Halsey, Cortana, High Charity, that's Halo. So I don't want to hear any more BS about they didn't look at the games or they didn't look at the lore, they don't know what they're doing, because they clearly did. Like, just, you really don't think they bothered to look at the games or the lore? Did you just read a headline and just got clickbaited because you didn't read the full article? Because it seems like that's what most people did. Oh, thank you, God. They chose the classic Halo Elite design. Oh, shit. Oh, you said wort. Yeah, there's the wort in there. Oh, the armor looks sick. I'm not gonna lie, that armor does look pretty dope. Oh, that was a sick transition. DMR. Look at the HUD.
Cave network does not appear to be a natural formation.
Oh god, that callback.
I'm serious. Come on, Fuzz. I'm kidding.
That guy's... Holy shit. Yeah, people don't realize how much plasma will fuck you up. Oh, Rogue One. Oh. Oh. Fuck. Reach! Oh my fucking god, no!
Security access, Dr. Catherine Halsey.
Oh, shit's about to go sideways real quick.
Master Chief Petty Officer John 117.
Oh, it feels good to hear.
What are you doing? You don't eat?
Didn't see anything I liked.
Yeah? What is it you like?
Nuts. Bolts. Microchips.
Oh, oh my god, the building! That was New Alexandria! Holy shit! the building you have to fly into with a banshee or a falcon and turn into a banshee or a phantom or a pelican. Oh, look at that BR 55.
Quan,
Halt the ship before he can load fire controls. Knock it down.
Oh, Mac cannon. Mac round in orbit. Actually, it's more of an arc, but I wanted an excuse to say the line. Oh, those warthogs are sexy. Reclaimer. Ooh. Oh, the Forerunner technology interface. Oh, the theme.
What did you just do?
What was that?
So I guess my final thoughts are just I'm really excited to see where this show goes. I want to know what this chick is doing with the freaking Covenant, because humans and Covenants don't really go well together. I'm really interested to see if they touch on Reclaimer stuff, Forerunner stuff, if we're gonna ever see the Flood on this show, because holy crap, the potential for that would be insane. There's so many things I want to see, and there's so much potential, and this show is already renewed for season 2. So I'm really hoping that we get some really cool stuff. There's so many stories and so many different aspects of Halo you could touch on. And I really hope this show does that. There's a lot of potential. It all looks great. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing so far. And there's a lot more I want to say in terms of Master Chief. But I don't really want to touch on that because the things I want to say might be considered spoilers if you've never played the games or anything like that. So I kind of want to wait a few episodes before I touch on how I feel about Master Chief taking off his helmet, his past. So I'm just gonna leave that there because it's kind of weird not talking about that because Halo's been out for so long. But I forget this isn't really canon, and some of you may have never played the games before if you're watching, so I'll respect that. And I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you enjoy the universe. And yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Let me know what your favorite moment was down in the comments below and what you thought about episode 1 or Contact, I believe is what this episode title was. Thank you to my current patrons. Your guys' support really does mean a lot. And with all that being said, I will see you guys on my next reaction to Halo.